First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go. 11, mighty. 11, gotta go.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Now it's Burrow. Swings this out for Hunt. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Browns at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins and take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
Rager catches it left side. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland.
11, 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11.
And they go play action now. Burrow. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. Then it's 2nd down.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be, but early in this one, advantage defense.
Here's 2nd and 8. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
One thing I have learned Receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try to hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Ross on the return. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Remember last time out, they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try to put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Throwing again on second down. Burrow got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Burrow. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And that is incomplete. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
So for the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Here we go now on 1st and goal.
11.
Again, it's Burrow. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Joe Burrow, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Browns get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
2nd and 6. the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Now here's Ross. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss gets off your back. You can move forward from there.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 12. Stop.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Burrow will throw. He's got room at the 30, and he'll be brought down at the 27. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. You have to be a little careful. You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone.
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jalen Reagor, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 14-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks. Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think that's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here we go.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now a dump off here complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
11 empty.
From the 35 on second down, Burrow. And that is taken in by Njoku. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Joe Burrow with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 21-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
7 yards there and a first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Fournette, a first down carry. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the 22, Burrow. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns continue to pull away here in this first half. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw is incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now back to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Browns sack. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite work it in. And now it's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. Touchdown! David Njoku with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The final shot here before the break. Tannehill. Under pressure, they got him again. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the 2nd half. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing
there he goes left side. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Bengals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. Here we go. Eleven. 11.
Now Burrow on first down. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six from Bengals TD. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal. Back to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left. They go play action with Burrow. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, 5, and he's got this all the way down to the 5-yard line. And they get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle.
It's 11. 11 empty.
On second down, Burrow. And his throw here's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Here we go,
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12.
Burrow looking to pass. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To the air again, Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. And he will find Ridley on the left side. Finding space at the 40. Down the left sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. He'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. 1 more good rep, and they get off the field.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
So the penalty on the offense, that'll be declined, and the turnover stands. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed.
11.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's caught by Hooper.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Looking to throw. And this throw will be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Browns will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich going against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his second interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
11, 11.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That'll be caught. It's Reagor. And some room to maneuver. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jalen Reagor, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Man open, that's Ja'Marr Chase complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's got a Bengals first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. With the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Trying to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 45-yard line. Off play action, Tannehill. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to him. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Throwing on second and long. Tannehill. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Browns are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
2nd and 10, Howell. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Howell throwing on 1st down here. That'll be caught. Rager with it. They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 59 yards. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. Howell, he'll look to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Now they go play action now. Burrow. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. A tough time to take the sack. Now it's 4th and goal, and that's a loss of 6.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
Gun. Got 11 coming.
Burrow going for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Bengals will get the football back.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Give them 17 at a Cincinnati 1st down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. Now it's Tannehill.
trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. And the Browns will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line.
When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
He'll fire it deep for Rager. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones.
And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 33.
And they get a 4th quarter pick. Well, something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Tannehill on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Uses the stiff arm. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. Tannehill. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. They snap it to Tannehill. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall.
No surprise. They try to throw the ball 4th down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, a little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
right? Get your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Burrow on play action. His throw incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
On 3rd down, Burrow.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
The Browns send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw here. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him, but after this one's done, you just feel like in the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
12, 12.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
And that is caught. It's Ridley. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
York now for the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Fields this way up at the 17.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold onto the football while being jostled?
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but...
And this is going to be intercepted. Yet another mistake after the interception there. Gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, and they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their